Welcome back to the Creakers. We have got to chapter 23, Lucy's Orders. Would you please be quiet? Norman grumbled at Ella, who was jumping up and down and yelling in excitement at seeing Lucy on the telly. Lucy's there, Norm. She's on the telly. She's on the news. I told you so. I told you so, she sang, dancing in circles. Yes, but we have to listen to what she's saying. He grabbed the remote control and turned up the volume. I have found the grown-ups, announced Lucy, and I need your help getting them back. Ella and Norman gasped. Quickly, where's that megaphone? Said Norman, searching the room, and then running into the kitchen to keep looking. Triumphantly, he pulled the megaphone Lucy had confiscated out of the fridge. He ran into the street, placed the now freezing cold megaphone to his mouth, and pressed the button. Children of Whiffington. His voice echoed around the houses as little heads poked out of windows and over fences. Lucy is on TV. Our parents have been found. There was a slight pause. Then a tremendous clatter arose in Clutter Avenue as every child stampeded to Lucy's house. They burst through her front door and gathered in front of her TV set to hear Lucy's announcement together. It's Mama and Papa, Ella cried as Norman came running back into Lucy's living room, squeezing past the crowd of children sitting on children that now filled it. There they are in a crowd behind Lucy, Ella said, pointing. Norman recognized them instantly. They wore matching silk pyjamas with their initials sewn onto the pockets, and Ella's father had an enormous mayor's hat perched on his head. And that's my dad, gasped Norman, spotting his father. He was pretty easy to see too, as he was wearing his full Scout leader uniform and looked like an oversized bold version of Norman. One by one, all the children pointed out their mums and dads, nans and granddads. They were even excited to see their teachers. There's not much time to explain. You're just going to have to trust me, from one kid to another. I need you to do something no child wants to do, Lucy said into the microphone. Her voice rang out of the TV like a beacon of hope, like a true leader about to ask the impossible of her followers. Okay, so I'll admit it, we've had fun without the grown-ups. We've stayed up late, eaten all the junk food our bodies desired, and even watched movies rated higher than PG. But it's time we faced reality. Look at the town, look at yourselves. Lucy paused, but the kids of Whiffington didn't need to look. They knew where Lucy was going with this. They knew she was right. It's a mess. We're a mess. It's time to get the grown-ups back. There was a burst of applause from inside the packed Dunstan living room as the children suddenly realised how much they missed their grown-ups, how much they needed them. Here is how we are going to do it, Lucy said. I need you to do something. You won't enjoy it, but it has to be done. The time has come when we must do our duty and put the needs of these poor useless grown-ups before our own. Lucy took a breath, hoping that someone was watching. She had no idea that she had the children of Whiffington hanging on her every word. There comes a time when we must make our beds. A gasp of horror echoed down Clutter Avenue. The children burst into panicked cries of outrage. She's gone doolally, Ella said, twisting her fingers around her head. Shh, Norman hissed. Keep listening. I know it'll be hard, but don't do it for yourselves. Do it for your mums and dads. Lucy stepped out of the way and allowed the camera to film the scared, tired, dishevelled-looking grown-ups who were shivering from sugar withdrawal. Off camera she kept speaking. It is time to strip those bedsheets, flip those mattresses, open your curtains and let the sun shine where it never usually shines. Under your beds. Children, to your rooms. Lucy ordered, and at her command the children of Whiffington began marching back to their houses and up to their bedrooms with purpose. "Right, you heard her," Norman said as he and Ella scrambled back upstairs and burst into Lucy's bedroom. "Norm, Ellatron, assemble," he boomed. "What? Never mind. Quickly, take off the pillows," he said as he pulled back the duvet and ripped off the sheets. "And open the curtains," he added. "The curtains? Why?" "Lucy said to let the sun shine where it never usually shines, under the bed, and that's exactly what we're going to do." Norman lifted up the mattress and rested it against the wall as Ella pulled the curtains back, allowing the morning sunlight to flood the room with its warmth. They both stood side by side, staring through the bed slats at the floorboards beneath. Floorboards that were usually kept in darkness, hidden in shadow. Now they were exposed to the sunlight. All at once Norman and Ella could see what they were hiding. The solid wooden floor beneath the bed bubbled and hissed like a witch's cauldron as the sunlight was shone directly onto it. "Norman, look!" Ella said, noticing something out of the window. From Lucy's bedroom they could see curtains opening in the bedrooms of every house across Whiffington, and as sunlight flooded in through the windows, a strange crumbling sound started coming from the floor. They both jumped back from the unmade bed and saw the strangest thing ever. The floorboards began to shift and wobble, and they started swirling. What had once been solid wood was now a twirling whirlpool into another world. "Do you think this is happening in all the other bedrooms in Whiffington?" asked Ella. "I don't know, but I do know we're going to need some help," Norman said. "Help with what?" "This is a rescue mission now, and we're the only ones who know about the Creakers. It's me and you in charge," he said. "Norm Ellatron?" Ella asked. "Exactly," Norman nodded. Ella peered into the swirling hole opening up in the floor as the bright morning sunlight filled the room. Norm, what is that?" she asked, putting her pink heart-shaped sunglasses on. Norman took a deep breath and straightened out his neckerchief. "That, my dear Ella, is the way to the Wallop." Let's see what happens in the next chapter.